You wake up in your apartment, stretch, get out of bed, and almost immediately bump into someone. But who is that? That's your new personal robot that you bought last week. It's supposed to help you around the house, but apparently it doesn't have a spatial awareness module yet. The year is 2045 and everyone owns a personal robot. We decided to find out what the world would be like if everyone had one. The Pew Research Center analysts believe that such a scenario is quite likely to happen in the near future, and to make their forecasts more accurate, they even conducted a survey among experts. We made a video about what will happen to the economy if everyone has a robot, but that was just the beginning. If robots become commonplace, they will affect every aspect of our lives. Personal robots could make domestic violence and harassment worse. According to 16% of respondents, personal robots may exacerbate the problem of domestic violence and harassment. Robots can also complicate interpersonal relationships. A third of those surveyed said that this technology would lead to the emergence of new ethical dilemmas that arise from having a device that can monitor and report on your behavior in the home. Moreover, some fear that increased use of robots in the home could lead to social isolation. But even if you manage to avoid all these problems, there is still the issue of how you will interact with other people since robots will soon become commonplace. Many experts believe that this will lead to a boom in the service sector. Personal robots are unlikely to replace dog walking, lawn mowing, and other similar services anytime soon. However, other jobs will be in more demand than ever before. For example, cooking, cleaning, or repairing things. In short, everything that a robot can do for itself. And although many experts believe that robots will only benefit small businesses, others disagree. They say that robots will completely change the way we do business. Video calls between a boss and an employee are so last century. Soon everyone will have a robot that can attend meetings instead of them. Imagine a team meeting where instead of a person there is like a bunch of arms with cameras on tripods. And of course, robots will change the way we interact with other people. According to a recent survey, half of Americans spend more time communicating with friends online than in real life. Personal robots could make this trend even worse. Experts say that robots may become our best friends, especially for lonely people, but still, it's better to communicate with people, not robots, no matter how advanced they are. And what if everyone has a robot? It turns out that even our closest friends could become our worst enemies. A recent study by British psychologists suggests that the more advanced a robot is, the more likely its owner will begin to identify with it. And if everyone around you has a robot, then everyone else will begin to seem like strangers. After all, they will be busy communicating with their robotic companions. This could lead to the balkanization of society. The world will be divided into those who have robots and those who don't. But even if you have a robot, you still won't be able to fully realize its potential. The fact is that the capabilities of a robot will depend on the data it receives. And most of the information in the world is closed to the public. Having your own personal robot would mean having your own personal paparazzi. These bots could collect information about you, follow you on the street, and take pictures of you without your knowledge. It would be a huge database leak. These robots could also pose a threat to national security. Imagine a military base where everyone has their own personal robot. If these robots were to malfunction, the consequences could be disastrous. Some experts say that robots could even lead to the destruction of humanity. It sounds like science fiction, but some experts are seriously concerned about the possibility of a robot uprising. The Terminator franchise has become so popular precisely because it reflects our deepest fears about the machines we create. Will we be wiped out by our own creations? If you think this is unlikely, consider the fact that experts at the Future of Life Institute at the University of Oxford believe otherwise. They say that if we don't stop developing artificial intelligence, it could pose a threat to humanity within 100 years. And it's not just Skynet from the Terminator franchise that could destroy us. Ordinary artificial intelligence could cause irreparable harm to humanity. Just think about it. Robots are everywhere, in factories, in hospitals, in our homes. They are part of our everyday life. And if we don't control them, they could get out of control. So what do you think? Is it good to have your own personal robot, or is it better to leave this technology for the future? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. And that's all for today. See you soon. Bye.